Trinity Crisis. Yeah. This is written by Scott Snyder. I read this like several times, and I'm just left wondering to myself, why couldn't this just be issue 4, or why not just like this is an essential tie-in since it takes place after the last main issue of the main series, and yet this tie-in focuses on something that will be affecting the fourth chapter of this, even though this really is the fourth issue, and it's a different artist, though. I'm trying to wonder why they just didn't get Greg Capullo on this. Probably time or effort, but I was thinking to myself, well, when the more essential stuff is put in, like how it says Justice League's tie-ins will be affecting the main ending of all this. Trinity Crisis, Speed Metal are all essential tie-ins. I'm left wondering why couldn't this be part of the main series and not just be, tie-ins in order to sell? And you can blame Lee Carr for this, because I'm the guy that now thinks that you can't just use that, making like the tie-ins are supposed to like how the world's affecting around everything. That's my ideological viewpoint. But when you say, oh well, this tie-in is super special, it's very important, if you say that this tie-in will affect the main ending or affect the main plot or be an essential part that bridges the gap between 3 and 4, you're like, then why isn't it just part of the main series? Wouldn't it make sense to just like to make this a colossal crossover maxi series? Whereas I was like, like how X of Swords is this big crossover and they always have an imprint, like the tie-ins, but all of them are all chapters and they're part of the, it's like those. When I think of like in a major event comic, not like, oh, well, it affects this aspect of the universe, but this is supposed to be an event that affects everything. And especially the people who are trying to wonder how the hell is anything's connected to the main DC universe. So, yeah. We're left with a essential tie-in. In fact, these are the other essential tie-ins, and I'll cover them later. But yeah, we're talking about Trinity Crisis this edition on Neo Reality Thoughts, and yeah, as you can see, it's the return of the Anti-Monitor, Superboy-Prime, and Darkseid, representing the 3 crises that had happened over the DC universe. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, and Final Crisis. I mean, like Barbados, or whatever. I'm pretty sure I failed at pronouncing it, but then you're probably wondering, wait, isn't it technically Dark Crisis because that was the original name for Metal? Oh, well, we'll get into that soon. But let's dig into this tie-in and get ready. We see voice narration and beautiful artwork of the great war that was the first crisis. Crisis. The word alone commands attention like no other, except people on the internet when they say there's a crisis on Twitter, and it's mostly stupid reasons. For what it is, a moment crisis, not a moment of absolute breakdown when everything is called into question. Though they are the heroes' toughest battles, and for in the end they are wars for the very soul of the universe. We see old DC Universe era battles of the Infinite Crisis and the Final Crisis, and just seeing this makes me think the whole reboot thing really broke a lot of stuff. Though there was a thing I noticed when I was reading this the second time, was this during the heroes' battle against Superboy-Prime with Superboy Connor punching him. Alexander Luthor, who was the main instigator of this crisis, is behind everyone, looking like he's leading the charge, and like that's not how it is. And then you see the dark version of the monitor known as Mandark. Yeah, he is exploding and freaking out, even though he was the big baddie apparently in the tie-ins. So, yeah, I'm still bugged by that. So, anyways, as this narration continues by an unseen narrator, because it's not like you can see a symbol. Worlds die, the fabric of reality is torn asunder. Every single crisis has wrought destruction on an unimaginable scale, and each was barely won. even with every hero fighting as one. Now, as Wonder Woman rallies her army, she tells them they must keep this in mind because today, their job is to win multiple crises at once. Harley Quinn voices a kind of understandable argument. Wait. Enough with the hands. Bats, tell me she didn't just mean multiple, as in two, like double. No, she meant multiple as in three. I should know. I'm battling three Jokers. Perpetua is the mother of our universe, but also the mother of the crises. She thrives on crisis energy. And then she presents something that was never established in any of the main books, but is established now because Batman. It's what she's using to destroy our reality, and it's coming from the dark multiverse. The Batman who last created 3 stable worlds down there where the major crises are continually happening, all to give her the crisis energy she needs to decimate the multiverse. Batman, Superman, and I will infiltrate Castle Bat while Jarro cloaks us from the detection, and will enter the dark through a portal inside. We will find the 3 crisis worlds, capture their energy via these Alfred boxes. Okay, so I don't ever... you've seen the videos, if you have. I never brought up Alfred boxes because they were never brought up before. Now we're saying, by the way, this thing exists. And everyone else knows it, but the reader doesn't. And it's like, oh my god. So, yeah, these Alfred boxes are clearly the father boxes that were created by the Dark Father to harness power. Harley, Swamp Thing, and Hex, you'll accompany us. Okay, I can get Swamp Thing, and Hex is more like, and it's established in the tie-ins. Hex is a sort of a reminder for Batman not to lose his way with the Black Lantern ring. Harley! What can she possibly do? Would it make sense to send like a Green Lantern with them? Well, the Green Lanterns are going to attack Perpetua, so okay, maybe not them. How about, well, Captain Atom's dead. Let's see that roster again. You can get Mr. Miracle. He could help. I'm pretty sure he can escape anything. So yeah, Harley, why? In fact, shouldn't she be like, wait, why am I essential to this? Other than because I'm popular? Castle Bat, that place is crawling with evil bat thugs, plus it's alive. And Hex just voices, no offense to the starfish, but you really think you can block that many mines? Whereas Jarro the Conqueror's Starro the Conqueror's latest Jarro says, well, if you're wondering about offending people, Haas, try not wearing the same pair of clothes you were buried in half a century ago. Hell, even the damn parademons were running. I'm the greatest psychic in the universe. Of course I can block them all. I can, right? And Mr. Miracle provides his contribution to the plot. But to be safe, he'll use this psychic amplifier designed by Mr. Miracle, according to Wonder Woman. And Mr. Miracle, because for some reason he can't come with them, made of glass from the fire pits here on Apokolips and the 8th metal binding, so it should increase your telepathic abilities by at least 5-fold. And of course, it looks like a jar. And Hawkgirl voices the obvious common sense question, Diana, you and I went into the dark together in the last great battle. That realm. We should all go together as the League. We are all the League, Hawkgirl, but to breach Castle Bat, we must use stealth. Jarro can't cloak every hero here from detection. So yeah, this is referencing the original finale of Dark Knight's Metal, but I was like, okay, so Hawkgirl brings up a point, and then Wonder Woman brings up a good counterpoint. I still don't see the reason why we should bring Harley instead of Mr. Miracle, because he can escape anything according to his abilities. So why not him? No one tells me what I can and can't do. But yeah, that's too many, so clearly I have a limit. Even in your new pickle jar, enough! Diana's plan is our best hope here. We need to act. Martian Manhunter, you and Hawkgirl will take a team to destroy Perpetua's throne so we can reroute the energy to Wally when the time comes. Sean, you take the lanterns to take out those antennas on the remaining Earths out in the multiverse, and save all the good people and imprison them. We all have loved ones out there, and we're trusting you to light the way. We won't let you down. Be safe. Everyone else, go to Themyscira and wait for our return. If we succeed, all Perpetuous forces will descend upon us. Also, hear me when I say that, for all their horrors, the history of crises is the history of our triumphs. One long thread of moments when we all come together to save everything we care about. This moment, now, is the culmination of those. Just as we won then, we will win now. There will be losses, but we will die fighting as one sword, one shield, one heart. But hey, don't die. I'm going to provide the humor here, because we're kind of using me to the point of absurdity. So, Harley then voices this. I actually feel better. I'd be better on the team fighting the big cosmic mom. Anyone want to trade? Teen Titans? Don't you look away from me, Beast Boy. So, I'm just left wondering, yeah, why can't Mr. Miracle come with them? Like, he's the only guy I can think of. I know the Teen Titans exist, but no. It's time to remember, whoever wins a crisis writes the future. This is our chance. We win together, the universe will be ours to make bright again. We're gonna make the multiverse bright again! Part 2, the living headquarters of the Batman Who Laughs. And we get a cameo appearance of the returning Grim Knight. Then we get Batmazo and Warbat. And then we get Mindhunter. No sign of anyone. After Grim Knight says anything. Yeah, he shows up in the pages of the Dark Knight, of the Batman Who Laughs miniseries, and the tie-in, his debut, is the Grim Knight. So yeah. So Mindhunter says, no sign of anyone, but stay alert. Yeah, and they're all in some badass pose for some reason, and I'm just like wondering, like, if this was a battle, okay, I get, but they're just like... This place has trapwires within trapwires. Ah, so you're pointing out the obvious fact that why didn't Mr. Miracle come with you guys? Cow pie is right. I can shield it psychically, but it won't do anything for all the traps the Grim guy set up. Well, I could try to fly them through them all. The anti-life is growing in me. I'm struggling to stay control, but you've saved us enough time, Clark. Just stay focused on who you are. Besides, if we learned anything about the one who laughs, it's that he plans. There must be a dozen Batman for each of us in there. You can say that again. There's no way in. And I'll go there. Ain't a lot left of me anyway. I'll distract him. Sounds good. I say go for it. Wait. There may be another way. There isn't much green anymore, with the Parliament mostly burnt. But if I pull what's left of them into me, the full power, Swamp Thing, the green is spread between life forms so that it cannot be killed. If you take it into yourself, a closed system, you and the green will be vulnerable, yes. But the green is dying as we speak, old friend. As am I. You said it yourself. One sword, one shield, one heart. With the power of the green, I can open up a tunnel. He's right. The land here, it's all dirt, roots, 20 feet down. That's why no one built here. Alec, no. Everyone, stand back. As I do what must be done. Swamp Thing, he's gone into the green. Brothers and sisters, I am sorry for what I must do. Do not warn us out of Hollywood. We will endure in you. The green is life. Honor it by winning, by restoring life to the world. Only for us to whine and bitch about it when the humans pollute it. We shall help you. We gather the green from every corner, whatever little life is left, and give it to you, the final Swamp Thing. This way, through the tunnel. So it worked? It worked. So the Swamp Thing is essentially the planet. Yeah, like, okay, I say Poison Ivy's the most dangerous villain in the DC universe if she's made a villain again. The reason why I say that is because she could just easily make the crops uninhabitably poisonous for man and win. So, yeah. Thank you, my brethren. He says as the team enters the caves of the Swamp Thing. The castle should be up ahead. Remember, The worlds we're headed to should be constant, the same events happening over and over. The darkest reacted to our thoughts, so if we focus on the victorious moment, the end, we should land there and this will be easy. If we don't and we land in the wrong moment, we're in deep. I see. Hey, something's happening to him. What is it, little guy? What do you see? The Batman who lay us. He's becoming something much worse. He's found Wally. He's chasing him, gaining. We need to hurry. If the one who last catches Wally and steals his power, he'll be even stronger than Perpetua. Nothing could stand in their way. He'll simply shut down the Crisis Worlds altogether and we'll be lost. So yeah, we get this preview panel of the, speed metal that will come out, that comes out in the future when this first came out. I am wondering why they're wearing those get-ups besides Wally's Dr. Manhattan form, but yeah, I'll talk about that when I talk about speed metal. Hey, Jar Guy, that eye of yours, can you see, I don't know, like, the future at all? Like, how someone's gonna act moments from now? It's Jaro, not Crystal Ballo. Hey, I get it. You're not the hero type normally, am I right? How'd you guess? Not like Wonder Woman doesn't know. I mean, it's clear she picked you and me because we're expendable. Keep the heavy hitters safe on Paradise Island till the real fights start. It's what I do, too. Listen, I've lived through one of these wars of the soul. I chose not to fight with evil, but I didn't do it near enough to fight for good, and that ain't forgivable. You're here the first time round. You're doing okay in my book. And then Harley Quinn kisses him on the cheek, and then Harley then just says, "Did you just slip me the tongue? I got no cheek on that side. There ain't nothing else to kiss." Fair enough. So we move on from that. Yeah, essentially this whole plot is to get her wearing the hat. Yeah, I'll get to that. According to spoiler information that came out, according to Greg Capullo's Twitter post. This is the end of the passage. Castle Bat lies just on the other side. The last thing we want to do is go charging through. There could be an army of Dark Knights on the other side. Superman, can you look through your X-ray vision? I can try. Come on. No! Everyone get back! The wall is coming down! And then we see more Bat Knights. Boo! Except one is a female. So we got, let's see, Creopator, Arc, the Pearl, Black Monday. So clearly he's a fan of Black Mondays, but there's no Black Tuesdays. And Cole. Dr. Quinzel, why have you fired us? All of Arkham lives inside my body. Okay, that's weird. Join me and come home where you belong. Thanks, but I think I might find my own place. What did I tell you? Who are you supposed to be? I've faced enough Dark Knights and no Batman scares me anymore. Ha! Then it's a good thing I'm not a Batman. I'm his mother. Yeah, and Batman is freaked out by that. So yeah, he's spooked by this. Yeah, way to go. You fight like an Amazon demon. You taught me well. Me? You and Batman, my parents. So she's from the Justice League Unlimited universe. Got it. We are outnumbered. No, these monsters will not win. Superman charges to Black Monday, aka Solomon Grundy Bats. Clark Kent all but spent. Joe, can you block their minds? They have some kind of blocker on them. The Batman last must have known we'd try something like this. Soups, look out! Then he gets wrapped in chains. Chains by the throat. Then control the mind of the living castle itself. Force it open a way out. On it. Good work, Jaro. Oh, the Alfred box. It's vibrating. The dark portal to the portal to the dark must be near. Alec, you and the others guide us out when we come back. And we will come back. I know you will. And then he punches to the ground, crunches a hole in the wall. Clark, Bruce, let's do this. Wait, the anti-life, that's infecting me. I can sense other creatures akin to me, and nearby something powerful, some dark godlike beast. Here, I have a bat flare. Greetings, heroes. Barbados! This is all your fault! You're the one who brought that laughing thing from the darkness in the first place. Is it? Before I rose up and brought him here, my role was a forge of the worlds, where earths made from the great hopes and nightmares of everyone alive are born into the dark. But in the last years I watched my realm fill with more nightmare planets than ever, world upon world of anger and selfishness, and fear and hate. All I did was bring my realm here for you to see. I showed you what has grown in people's hearts under your watch, heroes. So whose fault is this crisis truly? You see crises as triumphs, but their very occurrence is a testament to your failure, to make your inability to protect those to protect, feel inspired, feel hopeful. So enter the dark and see what you wrought. And Superman knocks him out. What? You yelled. You could have yelled for help, and it felt good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Barbados was clearly gonna help, even though he looks like he's chained to the walls. So yeah, he's basically trying to be the devil, trying to tempt them to turn the path of righteousness or something. But I am left wondering to myself, yeah, considering how one of the crises, okay, actually two crises, were kind of Batman's fault, like the Dark Knight's crisis incident with Metal, and minorly but still had a role in it. Infinite Crisis with the Omax and Brother Eye stuff. Yeah. Now we cut back to Harley Quinn and the gang. Hey Jari, is it true that for you Starfish Whoopi, he's basically you leaving a foot somewhere there to grow into another you? I'm not a starfish, Hex, but I'll happily leave a foot in your quiet. What is it? Are they down the rabbit hole? No. Something else. Something evil comes this way. Big Green! Right, look, a portal! Show yourself, who are you? And we long and behold meet Batman number 864 of the Dark Multiverse, Robin King. Sorry, my name's the Robin King, guys, and I just came to show you my utility belt. It's got something special for each of you. Pretty neat. Meanwhile, the Trinity arrives into the portal into the dark. We're here. Listen, we all need to do is each get close to the villain, capture the crisis energy, and get out. The one who lasts is using our history, the power of Perpetua, but it's our history. We won together. We will win this one too. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We will. And they enter their realms. Not to hurt your feelings, but you were way faster on my world, Alec. You got in some real licks before I finally killed you. Can't you do anything, Jarfish? Brain slam him or something? I'm trying, but this little punk has some defense against me. I told you I have something for each of you. Like this. You think this R stands for Robin, but actually, it's rot. I coated it in blood of Auton Arcane, but there's a little bit of Abby's in there too. Good stuff, right? And Swamp Thing is immediately beaten down and had his limbs cut off. Harley Quinn attacks. I got something special for you, you little... I don't have actually much for you, Harley. See, on my world, you figured me out early who I was, before anyone else caught on. They all thought I was a bat, a sad boy mourning his parents in darkness, not a Robin singing inside, and you came for me in my own house with this mallet. And it looks to be more like a sledgehammer slash version of Thor's hammer. You almost got me too, didn't have the belt back then. Believe it or not, that's my blood on there, right underneath yours. Ha! Nothing fancy with you. I just had to shoot you down with a plain old... Ah! Let me guess. You were gonna say gun. Am I right? Yeah, he eventually... Hex just shot a kid. Granted, a psychotic, demented kid. But, Robin King just says, hey, exactly. And then shoots Hex in the head. Joke's on you, Bat. You can't kill him. He's dead. Sure I can. The bullet is loaded with something called debrider. It eats neurotic tissues. It was usually from the extremities inward. It's super effective stuff. You're lying. Hex? Stay back, kid. Remember, expendable or not, everything matters. Hex, no! You are like my 80th love interest! So, with this dire situation, Swamp Thing comes to the Scooby and Shaggy approach. Come on, I'll pull the wall down on us! Buy us some time! I mean, run the fuck away! But I need to be close to the portal to guide them back. If we're not close enough, I won't be able to reach them, and they'll be lost down there. We'll find a way. Right now, we just have to hope they land where they're supposed to. The energy is directing us. Hold the memories of our victories in your mind. It's working. I can see Darkseid as he lost. I'm almost there. And I see the Anti-Monitor right at the moment. We brought him down? And we're in this giant white void. The crisis on Infinite Earths. You are matter. Matter. Get off me! Where the hell is everyone? Where's the Anti-Monitor? Why, I'm right here, Batman. Don't you recognize me? The final crisis. What in the... This is all wrong! And we see a dark version of Superman infected by anti-life attack him, while we see Darkseid show up with tusks on his face. On the contrary, Kal-El, this is exactly as it should be. The Infinite Crisis. I don't understand. This isn't right. I don't remember this moment happening in the Crisis. That's because it didn't, Diana. You. And all at once I see it in her eyes. The gravity of that word, crisis. Suddenly she understands what I told you earlier. There are moments when everything can change in an instant. And then we see the Anti-Monitor killing all the heroes. Superboy-Prime defeating the Supermen. And the one who last sent us here to change these worlds, make new endings for these stories. The Anti-Monitor, the Darkseid, and me. We have shaped them into a new history, the right history, the one that should have happened. It's all in there in her expression, the realization, but I say it anyways. I'm Superboy-Prime, and on this Crisis World, Wonder Woman, you lost! Trinity Crisis, to be continued in Dark Knight's Death Metal 4. So, yeah, the essential tie-in to this event comic. So, yeah, I like the artist, Manapul, Francis Manapul, I think. But, yeah, Trinity Crisis is essentially now they have to battle in the upcoming issue where they have to battle not just Perpetua, but the fully powered dark multiverse realized Anti-Monitor, Superboy-Prime, and Darkseid. And yeah, I am trying to wonder who he's talking to in this, because Superboy-Prime, he's talking to everybody, but like it's not really explaining how on earth he got to that, how he knew at the beginning, unless he's narrating stuff after, which might happen because there is rumored that he might be going face turn on everybody against Perpetua and the Darkest Night in later stories. But yeah. So yeah, Superboy-Prime is back and not being written by Jeff Johns. Absurd! Yeah, Jeff Johns, last time we saw him writing Superboy-Prime, it was in the pages of the new Shazam stories this year. And then before that, he hadn't shown up in a long time. He was gone since, besides referencing he was here, was probably back in Teen Titans 100, back in the pre-New 52. So yeah, he's been gone for a long time. So yeah, Superboy-Prime's back officially and is decked out in his Anti-Monitor gear. The Anti-Monitor is at his full realization, and Darkseid not only won the battle in Final Crisis, but apparently had to get tusks in order to look intimidating for some reason. I'm still bugged by that a little bit. Like, wait, why is Darkseid with tusks? Like, what's the end goal with that? So yeah, the all three crises are now at their alternative darker endings. And I'm pretty sure it says they already announced a dark multiverse version of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a story that ties into this. And we already saw Infinite Crisis' dark version, which begs the question, why couldn't it be Blue Beetle? Oh, and we haven't gotten a Final Crisis dark multiverse ending. But it seems like there's more than just one of these crises with different multiple endings. So yeah, let's see how Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder handled drawing and writing Superboy-Prime without the guiding influence of Jeff Johns' whiny version. It's gonna be interesting. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if we get a different character out of this because the Superboy-Prime I'm looking at looks like he's like the authoritarian with confidence stuff instead of being the this is the writers and to Mars we go. So, yeah, Death Metal Trinity Crisis. Fun story though. It should have been labeled an issue 4, and then have speed metal take place as an issue 5, or heck, this is borderline issue 3.1. So yeah, those were my thoughts. I enjoyed the story for the most part, though I am just wondering why is this an essential tie-in when they could just put this in the main series, especially since Scott Snyder's writing this. So yeah, they have to make a complete, like how Marvel likes to publish complete collections, not omnibus, but tie-ins that were essential to the main story. They should probably do that for Death Metal and probably for any other big event books instead of making a huge omnibus. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Dark Knight's Death Metal Trinity Crisis. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more. And always believe that we can bring everything was better on my earth